today in districts across Karnataka, there were visuals of the hijab being taken off by young girl students and even teachers. This after a government order had said that there should be no religious symbols in classrooms, and the Karnataka High Court order, interim order, had also said that no saffron scarves, no hijab. However, the visuals were extremely controversial because it showed little girls in a hijab, it showed teachers, it showed students. Those who were asked to take off the hijab, some girls didn't, many others decided that they would go into the classroom without the hijab, but others said they would go home because they didn't want to remove the hijab. So even those who are anti young girls wearing a hijab are asking, should their education be stopped over what is their religious right? That's the big debate. However, today in the Karnataka High Court, arguments were heard, and the lawyer arguing for the girls wearing hijab made the point that in Kendriya Vidyalayas across the country, there is a notification which allows girls to wear headscarves as long as it matches their uniform. He said, don't stop education for a headscarf.
These students, as young as 10-year-olds, were stopped by a teacher outside the Rotary School in Mandya district of Karnataka. The teacher of the private school was seen asking students to remove their hijab. Arguments ensued between the teacher and parents who refused to consider the request that if students could take their hijabs off inside the classrooms.
At least classroom gandanaru budi anta adru illa anta ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಸ್ಕೂಲ್ ಅವರು ಈಚೆ ನಿಂತ್ಕೊಂಡು ಮೇಡಮ್ ಅವರು ರಿಕ್ವೆಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ, ಹೋಗಬಾರ್ದು, ಈಚೆನೇ ತೆಗಿಸಿ, ಇದೊಂದು ರಿಕ್ವೆಸ್ಟ್, ನಾವೇನು ಆ ಥರ ಮಾಡಲ್ಲ, ಅಲೋ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಇವತ್ತೊಂದಿನ ಮೀಡಿಯಾ ಬಂದಿದೆ, 144 ಸೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಇದೆ, ರಿಕ್ವೆಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ, ಒಳಗಡೆ ಬುಡಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ.
In Shivamogga district, about 150 kilometers from northeast of Udupi, the epicenter of hijab row in Karnataka, saw 13 students from 8th to 10th grade were sent back home without writing exams after they refused to remove their hijabs. A state minister said the students opted to leave their exams rather than take off their hijabs.
एग्जाम का टाइम उधर ऑफिसर्स ने मना किया, आप लोग यूनिफॉर्म में रहिए और एग्जाम लिखो, लेकिन उन्होंने जिद किया, नहीं निकाली। तभी उनका माँ बाप को भी बुलाया गया। उनका माँ बाप आने का साथ साथ ये 7 बच्चे बाहर आ गए एक साथ और घर गए.
The principal of Shivamogga Government School says students were told to remove their hijabs in accordance with an interim High Court order that said educational institutions could reopen but no religious clothing would be allowed. The parents claim that the school had allowed students to wear a hijab earlier.
ಕೈ ಬರ್ತಿದೆ ಇವ್ರದ್ದು ಮಗಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ನಮ್ದು ಪಾಪ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು ಸ್ಕಾಫ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಬುರ್ಕ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಬರೀ ಸ್ಕಾಫ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, ಯೂನಿಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಇವ್ರದ್ದು.
In Udupi district, where the controversy erupted in December, a class 9 student at a government-run school told NDTV that they were wearing the hijabs into school, but removed it in the class, and this they have been practicing since many years.
Has the principal instructed you not to wear hijab and come to school, college? Instructions enadru kottidara? Illa. So did they ask you to, do you remove hijab in the class when it is?
Yes.
You remove. Is that a practice by you?
Yeah.
It has been a practice.
Yeah.
Can you tell me a few classmates of yours, did they wear hijab in the class?
Yeah.
Did they wear? ಅವರು ಹಾಕ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರಾ?
ಅವರು ಮೊದಲು ಹಾಕ್ತಿರ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ.
Okay.
4 days ನಾವೆಲ್ಲ ಇಲ್ಲೇ ಇರ್ತಿದ್ವಿ, ನಮ್ಮ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಇಲ್ಲೇ ಇರ್ತಿತ್ತು. ಅವರೆಲ್ಲ ಹಾಕ್ತಿರ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ ಮೊದಲು, ಮತ್ತೆ 3 ದಿನದಿಂದ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು ಅವರು ಹಾಕ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆಲ್ಲ.
ಅದು ಕಾರಣ ಏನಾದರೂ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆಯಾ ನಿಮಗೆ?
ಇಲ್ಲ.
You don't know.
Though tension has simmered across the state, the fate of many students who want to wear the hijab and attend classes hangs in balance. Even as protests simmered across the state and also classes resumed for high school for 9th and 10th, what we did see on ground was many students were not allowed to enter educational institutions wearing a hijab. In fact, today in Karnataka High Court, while hearing some of the major submissions being made by the Defence Counsel of one of the petitioners, Mr. Kamath did of course mention saying that the dress code that's been followed by Kendriya Vidyalaya, that's run by the central government. Now, according to their dress code, it does prescribe that where Muslim girls will be allowed to wear headscarves matching either with their bottom wear as far as the skirt or a trouser is concerned. Hearing all these submissions, the High Court adjourned the case to tomorrow 2:30 p.m. In Udupi, with camera person Govind Srija for NDTV.